Small Business Saturday is a global initiative to support small independent businesses. Some may associate it more with retail businesses on the high street, but there is no right or wrong type of business to take part. It's about collaborating, giving each other a shout out, doing your live events, doing promotions, whatever you want to really, just to try and partner with local businesses. So today I'm joined by Joe Bennett from Boxcrab Digital. Thank you, Joe, for joining
Thank
us.
you. Yeah, thank you for having me.
So Joe is a digital marketing guru that's based in Maidstone in Kent. And I thought it would be really interesting to get Joe along and to ask him some key questions that I'm sure we're all dying to learn about in terms of social media ads. So Joe, it would be really interesting to find out more about your background and also about Boxcrab Digital as well.
Yeah, so my digital marketing journey started around about 5 years ago. I created a social media marketing agency with a friend of mine, Carl, and that ran for around about 2.5 years before we merged with a large company called Clockwork Moggy. And then I worked there for about 2 years, and then I started Boxcrab Digital. I've had quite a lot of experience in the social media marketing area, but I also had a little bit of experience with Google and websites and the other side of it. But I really created Boxcrab Digital because I wanted to take the agency model to the next level. So how it usually works is someone will use something like Facebook ads to get leads in, and then they'll give that to their client, and then it's down to the client to nurture that lead and to convert them into a customer. What I really wanted to do is take that nurturing period from the client so that I can also do that as the agency. So when it gets to the client, it's actually a booking in their calendar instead of just a lead. So that's what I do here at Boxcrab Digital. I get them the leads and then I nurture the leads, and with the end goal of putting it into their calendar.
Fantastic. I've never seen any agency or freelancer offer that service. So I think it's going to be a really, really important and valuable service that you can offer. In terms of the current economic climate, how have you seen that businesses have responded?
Yeah, so I think there's two approaches really. Some businesses are actually spending more, so they're putting more into marketing to, I guess, open their funnel and get more leads in, whereas some people are cutting back a little bit on their marketing and trying to save their costs. And I don't think either is wrong, it just depends on where your business is at the minute. But when you look back at the recession of 2008, 2009, you actually saw that people were still spending. It was the best year for designer handbags, for example, which isn't an essential buy for most people, or any people. So people definitely still do buy during a recession. It just might be that they take longer to decide if they want to buy. So rather than being able to see an ad, for example, and be like, I definitely do want that, they see an ad and then they have to evaluate if they can afford that and if that purchase is important to them. So you might just see that your cycle to purchase is longer, where it might have been instant in the past. It might actually take a week or two before someone goes ahead and purchases.
And for those that are new to social media advertising, can you advise why it's worth them considering social media advertising over organic posting, which many businesses are still just using?
Yeah, so the main difference is when you're doing social media advertising, you're paying the platform to get in front of more people. Whereas when it comes to organic, you're letting the algorithm decide if you get in front of people. And the algorithm in a lot of these platforms like Facebook and Instagram over the last few years have got tighter and don't really push your content as much. TikTok's doing pretty well at the minute, but there will be a point where that also changes, so your content won't be pushed as much. So when you're doing ads, you're actually paying the platform and saying, I want to be put in front of people with these demographics, these interests, and I want it to be this post that is shown to them. So if you have money, it's a much quicker way to get in front of your ideal clients. Whereas if you don't have money, you might have to go with the social media, the organic social media route, but that's gonna take longer for you.
And if we focus on LinkedIn, what would you say are the notable trends? Because platforms are evolving all the time.
Yeah, so the main trend that is happening now, and LinkedIn are definitely pushing more, is video, but in particular vertical video. So when you put in a square video, when you're putting an ad together, it actually comes up with a message now saying that vertical videos convert more. So if they're doing that for the ad side of the platform, they're definitely going to be pushing vertical video when it comes to the organic side as well. And they've only recently, within the last week or so, added auto captions. So now you don't even have to put your own captions on the videos. You can let LinkedIn auto caption it and stuff. So they're definitely pushing video more. So if you're not already doing video, I would definitely start doing video on LinkedIn.
And how can small businesses in particular make their social media advertising budgets go further next year?
Yeah, so the biggest thing that I see people or businesses doing when they're doing ads which waste their budget is they don't put their objections on the ad. So if you have let's say you have a t-shirt that's actually quite expensive compared to a normal t-shirt, let's say it's 50 quid, and most people won't put that on the ad, and they'll wait till the landing page for the customer to realise that that's the price. But you actually pay when someone clicks your ad. So someone is clicking your ad, you're paying, they're getting to your landing page, they're seeing it's £50 and being like, wow, that's a bit steep, and then leaving, and you're not getting a conversion, you're not getting a sale, but you're still paying for the ad. Whereas if you actually just put £50 on the ad, the people that's too expensive for just won't click that ad, and you won't have to pay for. So any objections, and that's just price in that example, but there could be other objections as well, like time, that you could put on the ad itself to make sure that it gets rid of anyone that's just going to be wasting your budget.
Yeah, no, they're great tips. Thank you. And how much money should businesses spend as an absolute minimum?
Yeah, so different marketers are going to say different things to this question. Some people think that you should only really do ads if you're putting in a higher budget, but I actually think that putting in a lower budget is fine as long as you realise that you're using that for testing and you're willing to scale. So what I mean by that is if you're just putting £5 a day or £10 a day, which equates to around a couple of £100 a month, so not too much, you can test different creatives. So you could put one image which has a person in it, one image that has a graph in it, one image that has a landscape in it, and then you can see which one of those three ads gets the most clicks and gets the best responses, and then you can get rid of the other two and run with that ad, and then you can scale your budget on that ad because you know that that is the one that's doing well. So I think you can do a lower budget to do the testing phase, but just be willing to scale it to higher budgets once you know that you've got a winning ad.
Yeah. And how long would you have to wait until you can start seeing results? See, this, as you know, is probably one of the key questions that you get asked right at the beginning stages when working with a new client.
Yeah, definitely. So it's going to be completely dependent on your business, on your product and your service. If you're selling, let's say, a dog bowl that is quite cheap, it's only £10, people are going to be able to buy that immediately. They're just going to see the ad, decide they want it, and buy it immediately. So you could see results as soon as you turn the ads on the first day. If you're looking for people who are looking for a new roof and just want someone to come round and have a look at their roof and give them a quote, that's quite a low barrier to entry as well. So you might put those ads live and have leads in the first day coming through. But if your product is like you're asking for someone for £5,000 a month, that's a very high ticket, and no one's going to just see an ad and then buy that straight away or get in contact with you straight away. So you're going to have to nurture them. So that might take longer. That might take 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, even 18 months until someone's actually ready to buy, and you need to do nurture campaigns. So rather than just asking them to buy right away, you can put on webinars to help give them value and build trust. You can give them downloadable content so that they can know that you're legit and you know what you're talking about, and you can nurture them till the point where they are ready to buy.
Yes, I think a lot of customers forget that if they are undertaking a lead generation campaign, they may be running some ads on social media or a webinar, for example. They're collecting that data, and then that lead is handed over to the sales team, who then pick up the phone and are then disappointed that it's then seen as a dead lead because the customer's not ready to buy. Right, Joe, I think we have just about run out of time, but thank you so much for your time today. I think we've all learned something new today. So if you want to get in contact with Jo, then please do connect with Jo Bennett on LinkedIn or check out the Boxcrab digital website. Thank you very much.
No, thank you for having me.
Thank you.